How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel with today's video. We do have two marginal risk areas of severe weather, one in Missouri and then one in Nebraska, Missouri, Illinois, Iowa, Wisconsin, Minnesota, South Dakota. We have a slight risk in Nebraska, Iowa, Minnesota, and South Dakota. And then we do have an upgraded enhanced risk in Nebraska and Iowa. Tornado, we have a 2% chance of seeing a tornado within 25 miles of the point in the green, and then an elevated 5% chance of seeing a tornado within 25 miles of the point in the brown. Wind, we do have two 5% chance areas of seeing wind gusts of 50 knots or higher within 25 miles of the point in the brown. And then we have a 15% chance of seeing wind gusts of 50 knots or higher within 25 miles of the point in the yellow. Hail. We have two 5% chance areas of seeing hail of 1 inch in diameter or larger within 25 miles of the point in the brown here. We have a 15% chance of seeing hail of 1 inch in diameter or larger within 25 miles of the point in the yellow. We have a 15% hatch risk of seeing hail of 2 inch in diameter or larger within 25 miles of the point in this yellow dashed area. And then we have a 30% hatch risk of seeing hail of 2 inch in diameter or larger within 25 miles of the point in this red dashed area. So some people in this yellow and red area could see hail of 2 to maybe even 3 inches in diameter. So some big hail falling with the storm, as this enhanced risk is mainly a wind and hail driven threat, but the tornado threat has increased, so an isolated tornado or two can't be ruled out. We move ahead to day 2, to Friday. We have a marginal risk in Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Arkansas, Missouri, Kentucky, Illinois, Iowa, Indiana, Ohio, Wisconsin, and Michigan. And then we have a slight risk in Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Kansas, Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, Ohio, and Wisconsin. Tornado. We have a 2% chance of seeing a tornado within 25 miles of a point in the green. That is a very large 2% tornado risk. We do have a large 5% chance of seeing wind gusts of 50 knots or higher within 25 miles of a point in the brown. And we have a 15% chance of seeing wind gusts of 50 knots or higher within 25 miles of a point in the yellow. In hail, we have a large 5% chance of seeing hail of 1 inch in diameter or larger within 25 miles of a point in the brown. We have a 15% chance of seeing hail of 1 inch in diameter or larger within 25 miles of a point in the yellow. And then we have a 15% hatch risk of seeing hail of 2 inch in diameter or larger in the black, in the yellow dashed area. As we go to day 3 for Saturday, we have a marginal risk of severe weather in Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Ohio, Kentucky, Indiana, Illinois, Missouri, Tennessee, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Texas. And we have a slight risk in Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri. Right? We have a large 5% chance of seeing severe weather within 25 miles of a point in the brown, and then a 15% chance of seeing severe weather within 25 miles of a point in the yellow. And then as we go to day 4, Sunday, we still have that. The SPC still has the slight risk issued for Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Arkansas, Missouri, Illinois, Kentucky, Tennessee. Day 5, day 6, and day 7, day 8 all seemed fairly quiet as of now. Okay, that could change, depending on what happens. Okay, so we'll go through the GFS model here and just show you. It doesn't do the best job because it's not the HRRR. We'll look at the HRRR here after this. But I do think if we're going to have any chances for tornadoes, I do believe it'll be the Sunday. It'll be Easter Sunday, sadly, when everybody's back home for the holidays and stuff. But you can see how active it gets. I mean, this is over a week out, and we're still seeing thunderstorms popping up here in the central Great Plains in the Midwest. And I did see something. See if I can find it again. Oh, probably not, because I didn't even catch to see when it was. Right there. When is this? So the May 2nd. Okay, so that's the day we need to. May 2nd, May 3rd. Yeah, that's something we need to keep an eye on. Okay, so we'll go here, we'll go to the HRRR, composite reflectivity. Now, if you guys watched yesterday's video, I did mention that the way this system is set up in the atmosphere it's in, if storms can fire up early enough, they will rapidly intensify. But if they don't fire up early as they could, they won't intensify as rapidly because they won't have the daytime heating. So we'll go here as we get to around, okay, so around, I believe this is around 5 o'clock. Yeah, so okay, so around 5 o'clock, so in between 4 and 5 o'clock, storms start firing in northeast Nebraska, okay? These will be big hail producers along with some strong winds, okay? An isolated tornado can't be ruled out, but it would almost be like a QLCS, a quasi-linear convective system tornado. It won't be long-lived. It'll be hopefully brief and hopefully fairly weak, okay? As we go to 6 o'clock, you kind of see the transition from, supercell, 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 supercell to supercell, supercell. So from like 4 to 3 supercells within an hour. So the system becomes more linear, but then as we get to 7 o'clock, you can see boom, 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 boom. So 4 supercells. Okay, this is where I believe the greatest step forward tornado will be possible. Will be around the Nebraska-Iowa border. Okay, I'm not trying to scare you. This threat is very low. Okay, there might not be any tornado warnings issued. There could be 1 or 2. Okay, putting it out there. Okay. And then as we get to 8, 9 o'clock, we can see we have our 2 main supercells that are going to be dropping probably monster size hail. Oh my goodness. This is at 10 o'clock. Holy crap. This cell right here, if this portrays what it might do, 10 o'clock there could be some monster, potentially tennis ball, maybe even baseball size hail falling in east central Iowa tonight by 10 o'clock. These storms have the power to drop big hail. So that is something that we need to monitor. But if you watched my last video, yesterday's video, I did say that some of the stuff could change. I haven't seen too much change in it, but with it being a day out, stuff doesn't change as drastically as it does, a week and a half, 2 weeks out. So we'll look at our supercell composite here. As we go, we have the big increase here in Kansas, but the tornado threat is low. There is no, I bet you might get 1 or 2 severe thunderstorm warnings, but you're just going to get some strong thunderstorms with that, because it just doesn't have the atmosphere. Now, if we saw this move up along the Iowa-Nebraska border, then there might be some cause for concern for a increased tornado threat, but it's not, so we're not too concerned about it. So now we're into Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So we do have an increase on Wednesday into Thursday, or Wednesday, around the Texas-Oklahoma border. Okay, so this would include Wichita Falls, potentially. Next Friday, next Saturday, next Sunday. Okay, so look at this. Whoa. Okay. Go back to it. I want to show you guys something. Look at this. Potentially widespread severe weather all throughout, with a couple main target points being in Kansas. being in Kansas and Oklahoma. Okay, this is from May 1st. Okay, and then boom, May 2nd. Like I said, something we need to keep an eye on is look at this in Illinois. Illinois, that's a lot of whoa. That's a lot of CAPE. Holy crap. Boy. I hope that changes. But I mean, again, another widespread severe weather threat potentially the first couple days in May. Okay? Now, I don't know if we're going to be able to see much with the supercell composite here for today, but we can sure try and look. Okay, so if we let it load in through, maybe that might be better. Okay. Okay, go here. You can see the biggest tornado threat. You can see it too. It's gonna be right here. Right here in Iowa, I guarantee. Yep. So this is the biggest tornado threat in my eyes is going to be into western Iowa, not so much Nebraska. Now that doesn't mean a tornado warning won't be issued in Nebraska. I'm just saying if I had to put money on it, my best bet would put money on Iowa seeing a tornado warning. Okay? Now I could be completely wrong, and this could change before the system even gets here, and Nebraska could see it and Iowa doesn't. I'm just saying, my opinion, I do believe the greatest tornado threat is in western Iowa. We'll see as this moves off. Yeah, and when they lose the daytime heating, that's when you really start to see the weakening of the storms. Okay, but then we've got stuff here in Oklahoma, which could pose a tornado risk, but as of right now, I don't see one happening. But that could change. But that is all I have for you today, guys. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to smash that like button down below. Subscribe if you're new and you haven't already. Tell your friends and family about the channel. And you know what? I'm going to see you in the next one.